So I have to love people for who they are and let them be who they are and revel in the fact that they are who they are and respect them for who they are, because if I don't, I just tear myself down. Now, as a coach, we have responsibilities to our clients. That might be a little different, because if I observe Rick doing something and it's not a solid business principle, I've got to say to Rick, Rick, you're full of crap. Get back on track with this. That doesn't mean I'm not loving him unconditionally. But this, for me, primarily is with people in my life, in my personal life. So those are the combination of the four elements for me. And again, if any of those are missing for me, I am just not on the right path in life. Just not. That's why I hire what? That's why I hire coaches. And this is what I tell them right up front. Please be aware of these things. And if I am not here, do whatever you have to do to get me back there. Now, I'm a pretty coachable person, so if one of my coaches says something, I mean, I will do it. That wasn't always true for me, because I thought I knew it all at one time. And it wasn't always true for me because I thought I could figure it out on my own at one time. And it wasn't always true for me because I had that little goblin saying, I can't, I won't, I don't, at one time. And sometimes I may still have those things, but I'm aware of them. And then I can immediately move beyond them. Okay? So what are the conditions for you? This is the important question for this morning. And that is, what are the conditions or elements for you that when you know they're present in your life, that helps you be the best that you can be? Now, you may not be able to recreate them exactly, but you can recreate them. So for me right now, it's working out hard. At one time, it was probably playing football or running track, right? But I had to find a way to bring that element back into my life at that same level. And this is not a limiting belief, but I don't qualify to play in the NFL. It's not going to happen. So that's how I substituted that, right? So there may be times where you have to say, okay, well, these are conditions. Maybe I can't do it exactly, but how do I do it? And then find somebody, whether it's a coach or a friend or a mentor or whatever, to be held accountable to those things. Because if you're not willing to be held accountable to the things that you know that you must do to be your best, then you're just wasting your time. You're playing at the game of being a victim, not really moving forward towards where you say that you want to go. So you've heard me say this quote, right? When I was driving one day in my car, and I was listening to the Napoleon Hill CDs, which I gave to Jared as, I think, one of the most, from my perspective, one of the most cherished gifts that I ever gave him, were the Napoleon Hill CDs, Your Right to Be Rich. And I was driving my car on Route 190 from Worcester to Fitchburg, and I heard Napoleon Hill say, when you're in the presence of someone who's willing to be held accountable, you're in the presence of nobility. When you're in the presence of someone who's willing to be held accountable, you're in the presence of nobility. And that quote changed my life. My life has been changed. We all have defining moments, right? And I've had dozens and dozens of them. But that was a big one for me. If you're not willing to be held accountable, then you're probably in the wrong business. Probably should be doing something else.